Many of you already know who this is. This is Rodger Goodell, NFL commissioner. Well, he has a message. I'm going to go ahead and play this so you can hear it.
It has been a difficult time for our country, in particular, Black people in our country. First, my condolences to the families of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and all the families who have endured police brutality. We at the National Football League condemn racism and the systematic oppression of Black people. We, the National Football League, admit we were wrong for not listening to NFL players earlier and encourage all to speak out and peacefully protest. We, the National Football League, believe Black lives matter. I personally protest with you and want to be part of the much-needed change in this country. Without Black players, there would be no National Football League. And the protests around the country are emblematic of the centuries of silence, inequality, and oppression of Black players, coaches, fans, and staff. We are listening. I am listening. And I will be reaching out to players who have raised their voices and others on how we can improve and go forward for a better and more united NFL family.
Well, I agree with some of the things he say because, there would be no NFL if it was not for the Black players. I do agree with that. But he's not saying anything about Kaepernick. You're saying you don't tolerate any racism, but that's exactly what you practiced when you squeezed him out of the league. And you have done nothing to rectify it. So I hear what he's saying, but his words are hollow as far as I'm concerned. So this came out, ladies and gentlemen, in The Guardian, Saturday, June 6, 2020. The NFL did the unthinkable. It gave Donald Trump the middle finger. Well, not entirely, not the way I see it. So on Thursday night, a collection of some of the NFL's biggest stars released a video challenge to the league. And listers include Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. Odell Beckham spoke powerfully of the systematic racism against Black Americans. Then the players turned to the rift that have existed between players and owners since Colin Kaepernick had knelt during the national anthem in 2016 to protest against racism. They asked the NFL to apologize and recognize the current moment by putting out a statement with words, and you heard what he said. So they gave him the words, they told him to put it out. Less than 24 hours later, Donald Trump predictably entered the fray with a series of tweets that assert New Orleans Saint quarterback Drew Brees should not have apologized, equating kneeling with disrespecting the military. So Trump is back on that bullshit again out on Twitter. Trump then tried to rally his base with his talking points, most in times of desperation. So I guess people weren't feeling Trump like he wanted out there. And then he adds he's a big fan of Drew Brees. And you know what? Who cares? I don't care who Trump is a good fan of or big fan of. It doesn't matter to me. So I guess he was out there doing the best that he could to get attention. All eyes turned to the NFL. The league had a significant decision to make. Would Commissioner Rodger Goodell represent of the 32 owners finally turn his back on the president? Or would he side with his players? Or would he continue to condone Trump's words through silence or worse? release a weak, fluffy statement with corporate buzzwords like equality, justice, and respect, while taking no concrete actions. Within minutes, Goodell issued a stunning video. He uttered the words, "We were wrong," as he read a statement requested by the players. He spoke with emotion and remorse. I personally protested with you and want to be part of a much needed change in the country. It was a Goodell we have never seen before. Okay, well, why are you not talking Kaepernick? Seriously, why are you avoiding that topic? Because you didn't stand by him in 2016, and neither did any of those owners. You did exactly what Trump told you to do and squeeze him out. Remember, he was a son of a bitch? You know, this is ridiculous. Now you take this stand years later, but you wouldn't take this stand in 2016, and Black people were still very much getting killed. Then again, this is a moment we have never seen before. The brutal police killing of George Floyd and so many before him. So it's just going over his speech and what he said. I'm not repeating that. Goodell hardly deserves a parade for his change of tone. After all, the NFL is one that tossed aside its moral compass and turned its back on Kaepernick 4 years ago. Every day since, Goodell's statement would have been far more powerful had he mentioned Kaepernick by name. Either way, the NFL banishment of Kaepernick is a permanent stain on the NFL. Nothing can change that. Goodell's statement was not proactive, but reactive to a litany of players who drew a line in the sand, but it was quick and decisive and achieved the unthinkable. The NFL gave Donald Trump the middle finger. It finally detached itself from Trump and his crazy, dangerous strategy of exploiting the flag and national anthem to suppress and demonize peaceful protest. Trump considers many NFL owners as friends, most notably Robert Kraft. Yeah, the one that went down to the massage parlor and got busted. Yeah, that Robert Kraft. Of the New England Patriots, Kraft was one of the 10 NFL owners who contributed to Trump's inauguration committee. All of these owners have stood on the sidelines like faithful puppies and allowed Trump to pounce on the league since he started his presidential campaign. Whether calling kneeling players sons of bitches. Yep, I remember that. And sent Vice President Pence to a 49er Colts just to storm out of the stadium after the anthem, or tweeting, "Stand for the flag," when he's bored. Trump has been a constant in the NFL. Yeah, but he's been toxic. That's the problem. And the president shouldn't be involved in what the NFL does at all. I've never seen a president before get this deeply involved. That's why I don't care about Trump's comments about Drew Brees. I could care less. He's the president. You got coronavirus going on in the country. You got major protests going on in the country. And you got people demanding all kinds of policy changes, and you think you're going to reopen the country. You got too much on your plate to be concerned about the NFL, and you're doing a lousy job with the things you got. Okay? You're doing lousy with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this? I think the NFL what they're doing is too little too late. It would have been nice if they would have stepped up to the plate 4 years ago when it would have counted the most. Now you want to step up to the plate. You're still not trying to really right your wrongs because you still haven't offered Colin Kaepernick a job. So you're just out here doing what we have seen historically. You're just giving us a whole boatload of hollow words. And it goes no further than that. And we're tired of that. We want action. We want real action. We want real policies, and we want police held accountable in this country. And the NFL needs to be held accountable for squeezing out Colin Kaepernick. And now you want to come and you have this come to Jesus moment, and we're supposed to just X out what you did 4 years ago. The NFL act like straight up racist. I remember all of the things that were said. Oh, kneeling for the flag, unpatriotic. You hate veterans. You hate police. And the police said they weren't going to come and protect the stadium and protect the players. We ain't going to do this. We remember all that stuff. It would have been nice if you would have opened your mouth back then, but you were hell-bent on not doing it. So, you know what? I'm not impressed, Rodger Goodell. Not impressed. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.